everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia if you are new. Today's video is going to be a highly requested recipe video. So I posted last week on Instagram, let me pull up the picture really quick on my phone, of a keto acai type bowl smoothie that I had made, and so many people were DMing me and asking me for the recipe. It was this picture right there. I don't know if it's focusing, but this is the picture that I posted. So many of you guys DM me asking me to please post the recipe, and I thought I'd one-up it and just make a video on this because it's a super simple recipe. It tastes so good. It's keto friendly. You can add and take away whatever you want in this recipe, and I think that's probably my favorite part about it. This also literally takes like 5 minutes to put together, and it fills you up for a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. If you're new, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, leave me your thoughts and comments down below, and let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So first things first, you obviously need some type of blender. I'm using a NutriBullet because I love how compact and easy it is to work with. Also, it's really simple because with the NutriBullet, you just throw everything in here, screw on your blade, and just pulse it, and it's very simple, like I said. I need to find my pulser really quick, actually, though, because I don't know where it is. Got the blade. Now, what you want to do, this depends on what berries and stuff you want to use. Obviously, a lot of berries aren't good on keto, but it's not like I make this bowl every single day, and when I do make it, I'm not having a huge serving. I'm gonna go ahead, oops, I just got acai everywhere. Last time I didn't use this, but this is a Trader Joe's unsweetened organic acai puree packet. These have no sugar, and the only ingredients are organic acai puree, water, and less than a 0.5 amount of citric acid. So ingredients are really, really clean on this. I'm gonna go ahead and run this under warm water for about 10 seconds. Okay, so now that that is done being ran under water, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of clean up that mess I made, but kind of wipe it off. I don't use ice in this recipe because the frozen berries kind of act like an ice. If your berries are fresh, I would highly recommend you adding ice because it's really gonna help thicken up your recipe. I'm gonna opt to use almond milk. You're more than welcome to use whole milk. That would be better for keto. Just for me personally, I don't really like using a lot of heavy milk because I have lactose problems with my stomach, and that just aggravates it more. So the acai puree packet is in the blender, and now I'm just gonna take some of these organic triple berry blend. These are frozen, and I'm not gonna do too much. This is just gonna help give some more flavor to the actual thing, so it's not just all acai. This is a ½ cup measurement. However, I didn't weigh it, so it could be less than ½ cup. And I'll take just a couple more, about less than halfway full. All of the berry and acai are in here, like you guys can see. I first like to just put on the blender top and blend it just for a little bit and pulse it and get everything nice and mixed. Also, I know it's frozen and it doesn't sound the best, so I like to just give it a nice little shake. Same thing, nice little shake. Again, nice little shake, and then I like to open it and just see what's going on. So it's almost actually all mixed, like you guys can see there. There's just that one acai chunk, which is totally fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in and blend it just a little bit longer. shake it again. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and see if it's all kind of blended. Yeah, like you guys can see, it's all nice and blended together. So at this point, I like to just slowly start adding our product. So the first thing I'm gonna go in with is almond milk. I like to start with a less amount of liquid because you can always add liquid. I said this in my last recipe video I did, but you can never take away liquid. So I'm taking a 1/3 cup measurement and I'm gonna fill it up about less than halfway. Dump it in there, put the top back on, and continue to mix this. With this recipe, I really like to build everything. I don't like to like dump everything all in. I like to really build it because I feel like it just tastes better when you build like anything. And now take off the top again. And yeah, it's getting better. I'm actually gonna get a little rubber spatula and just kind of push down the sides of this to really make sure everything is blending together. I just lost a little bit of it, so I'm just gonna scoop it back into my NutriBullet. And I just like to take the edges like you guys can see here. And I just like to push everything down in. And as you can see right now, it's like a very thick moisture. Like it's not slipping and sliding, which I like a more thicker blend. If you like more of a thinner smoothie bowl, then of course add as much almond milk as you want. But I like a thicker one, so I don't add a ton of almond milk. So now that all of that is all blended together and it probably looks good. Yep, looks good. Once again, I take the spatula and just push that all down in together. That way when I add the other ingredients, it will be perfect. You can make as much or as little of this as you guys want. I like to just make enough for probably 2 days because I said this in my last video, I don't really like to meal prep because I feel like what I eat on a daily basis always changes and depending on my mood changes. So I don't like to have too much of one thing in my fridge and then me waste it and not eat it. So next I'm going to be adding some MCT oil. I don't add a ton of this, but I'm gonna just take my 1/3 cup measurement and I'm gonna be putting in about a tablespoon of this. MCT oil is just really good for your digestive system and it's really good for a keto diet. And then next I'm gonna add a little bit of pink Himalaya sea salt, not a ton, like a couple specks, not much. I just like to add a little bit of it because I like pink sea salt. And then I'm gonna be taking this Perfect Keto Collagen Vanilla. And same thing, I'm not gonna be adding a ton of this. I just wanna have enough to where it kind of gives a vanilla taste. I'm gonna take about a half of a tablespoon of this. And then same thing, I like to just dump it in there. And then once all of that is in there, you go ahead, put on the top once again, and we just let it blend. so now that all that's blended, I'm gonna add just a dash more of almond milk because I do want it to be just a little bit more liquidy. So I'm gonna take less than a tablespoon because like I said, you can always add almond milk or water or coconut milk or heavy cream or whatever, but you can never take it away. And once you get past like it being too liquidy, it's a hot mess, trust me. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that all again. It feels like it's gonna be a good consistency. Yeah, so that's the consistency I like. Like I said, I like more of a thicker one. It all just kind of is gonna depend on what you like individually. And like I said earlier, I only make enough for a couple of days. So now what I like to do is I have my chia seeds. You can do as much or as little chia seeds as you like. I'm probably gonna do about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons because I really enjoy chia seeds, and this also helps thicken it up. So I take it just in a regular bowl, dump them in there. Also, chia seeds do expand, and that's also what helps this get thick. So I did about 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. I use the Whole by Bob's Red Mill organic ones, and I'm gonna go ahead now. We have our mixture in here, and I just dump it into this bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dump it into the bowl. Oh my gosh, this one looks perfect. And I like to make sure I get all the edges. That's also why I use a spatula, because you're able to really get out all the edges of this so nothing goes to waste. 'Cause let me tell you, this acai bowl is so good. Now that everything is in just a regular bowl, the chia seeds are at the bottom. What I like to do is just fold the chia seeds into our puree and just mix it all together. I like to mix from the bottom and pull it up. That way the chia seeds get all in the mixture. Pour it all into the glass bowl, and then you'll see me put it in the fridge. So I like to just get all of it off. Go back to the spatula and just pour it all. Alright, so then this is what the bowl looks like. It's not super full. Like I said, I don't like to make a lot of it. You could, of course, make more if you wanted. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and get the lid for the bowl and put it in the fridge. I'll probably check on it here in a couple hours and see if it's ready. And if it's not ready tomorrow, I'll come back and show you guys how I top it and what it looks like. So like I said, put this in the fridge and just check on it in a couple of hours. Okay, so today is officially the next day, and I just took out my chia acai bowl from the fridge. Like you guys can see, it's a very thick consistency. I'm gonna just get out a spoon so I can show you guys just how thick it is. It looks so good. So this is what it actually looks like, and then it's like really thick. So it's perfect how it is. As for like berries and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and cut them up. I'm gonna use a strawberry, some blueberries, raspberries. I'm also gonna put almonds and of course hemp hearts in them. So I'm gonna go ahead, wash the berries, cut them up, and then put them in the bowl. that I have the bowl, I'm just gonna go ahead, take the blueberries and line them on the inside, and then take the raspberries, line them up right next to the blueberries. You can also put like chocolate in this. I don't feel like chocolate this morning because the donuts that I made yesterday were chocolate donuts, so I'm just not really in a chocolate mood this morning. But whenever I feel like chocolate, I always add the Lily's dark chocolate chips, and it's really tasty. So just a little pro tip. So strawberries, and then we're gonna add the hemp hearts. I always add hemp hearts. I love hemp hearts. They are amazing. I'm gonna actually use a spoon though. I'm gonna just use my spoon. So I'm just gonna use a spoon and layer them in there. I use quite a bit of hemp hearts. They're just really yummy, I think. And then of course, we're just gonna add some raw whole almonds and just plop them on in there. All right, so this is what the bowl looks like when it's all done. I'll insert like a top picture so you guys are able to see. It is so good though. I'm obsessed with it. I'm gonna go ahead now and do a taste test with you guys. Sorry if you can hear Mac, we're about to leave town and he's like, don't forget me. Let's get all the good stuff. It's so good. I like it thicker, so I'm really happy that I did less almond milk this time too. It's so good. So that is it for today's little chia seed acai bowl keto recipe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, leave me your comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.